Yes, sir. Now, today, we going to talk about Jason Collins. Now, we heard about maybe last week that Jason Collins, first openly gay NBA player, dies of brain cancer at the age of 47. Now, Jason Collins actually passed away the same time that Memphis Grizzlies Brandon Clark did. Right, both of their deaths hit the news, were announced on Tuesday, May 12th. They even had a moment of silence during one of those games. Right, they had a moment of silence for Brandon Clark and Jason Collins, which, if you actually watched it on TV, the moment of silence never happened because the NBA only cares about their sponsors and making money. So there actually was no moment of silence. It was interrupted by a DraftKings commercial. But anyway, right? Brandon Clark and Jason Collins. Now, Brandon Clark was born on 143 date numerology. If we take the day he was born, September 19th, 1996, it equals 143. Jason Collins, if we take the letters, right, in his name, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, so on and so forth, and we add up the numbers in Jason Collins, we also get 143. And both of these individuals they're reporting died on the same day, right? Or around the same day, May 11th, May 12th, right? And then both of their deaths were announced on the same day, May 12th, on Tuesday, right? Both are involved with the number 143. Now, I want you to hear this real quick.
Well, I was playing as a high school tournament, and my number was 143. And I know that was the best week I've ever had playing basketball against a top-notch competitor. So I just basically added them up, came up with my number, which is 8. Playing at a national camp, okay. You have over 220 people there, so you have very high numbers. So my number was 143.
That's just something you never heard before. 143.
143. Yeah, I know, right?
I'm sure that will be retired one day. Number 8.
I hope so.
Yeah, you say, yeah, I hope so.
I hope so. Because he know what that number insinuates, 143, right? So Kobe also has this connection with the same number, 143, and they're telling you that all three of these people are deceased, right? That have this connection with the number 143.
How'd you come up with your number?
Right? 143. RIP equals 143 in the reverse satanic cipher, right? 143. Kobe's final game of his career was April 13th, right? An anagram of 143, utilizing those same numbers, 1, 4, and 3, right? April 13th, the 4th month, the 13th day. And that was the end of his career. That was the death of his career, right? Even the word end equals 13. When you break down 13, it breaks down to 4. 1 plus 3 equals 4. And that was the very date of the end of his career. Now, even in Chinese culture, the number 4 is famously considered highly unlucky because the Mandarin word for 4 sounds almost identical to the word for death. The phonetical superstition has led to distinct cultural practices, balancing both negative taboos and deeply respected historical traditions. Because of the sound, Chinese people actively avoid using the number 4 in daily life. This includes steering clear of phone numbers, license plates, and addresses that contain it. Many hotels, hospitals, and residential high-rises skip the 4th floor entirely, much like the 13th floor in Western culture, Friday the 13th, for example, right? So we still got that number 4, and then we got the number 13 right there. 4, 13. Now, come on. Now, Jason Collins played in the NBA for 13 seasons. Right? That unlucky number 13 once again. At 13. Jason Collins played for 13 seasons. Even if we look at the day that he came out on April 29th, 2013. He died 13 years and 13 days after that announcement.
Purchase your tracks today.
Now, if we, cause this gonna tie in. Michael Jordan was the first round, 3rd pick, 1-3. Even his initials, MJ, equals 13. I'm just gonna circle around right back around to Jason Collins, because Jason Collins, if we once again take that day that he came out to the world as gay, right? He did that 217 days before his next birthday. 217. He also retired from the National Basketball Association 217 days after his last game of his career. 217.
Purchase your tracks today.
Michael Jordan was born 2/17.
It's delicate.
217. Now, it's also something very interesting, man. Because the day that he returned to the NBA after making this announcement, right? After coming out to the world, he returned his first home game was against the Chicago Bulls, right?
Jason Collins takes off the warm-up.
Gets a standing ovation, right? This is his first time playing at home, his first home game, right? So he get a standing ovation against the Chicago Bulls, right? Against the Chicago Bulls.
It's delicate.
Now, Michael Jordan was born in Brooklyn, and he was drafted by the Chicago Bulls. So we got this same little tribute going on with Jason Collins when he returns. As he's playing for the Brooklyn Nets and they're playing against the Chicago Bulls.
Purchase your tracks today.
Right? But come on, man. Because he died 23 weeks exactly. He died 23 weeks after his last birthday. 23.
Tracks today.
Just like Michael Jordan, wore the number 23. Even his initials, once again, MJ. M being the 13th letter of the alphabet, J being the 10th. Add that up. 23. Do your homework on the number 23, the movie starring Jim Carrey. Right?
So what is this? What is 23?
Tracks today.
Is it God?
2 divided by 3, 0.666. 666, number of the devil. There are only 22 chapters in the book of Revelations. We all know how that ends.
So is 23 a blessing or a curse?
What's true is that there's a select group of people that take delight
23.
in perpetuating the number's infamy.
23. Like he said, what'd he say? 2 divided by 3. 666. The number of the devil, right? Mark of beast. Well, even in gematria. 23 weeks equates to 161 days. Jason Collins died once again 23 weeks after his last birthday, when 23 weeks is the same as 161 days. Satan worship equals 161. Satan equals 230 in the satanic cipher. In numerology rules, zeros have no value. So you have that number 23. Right? We have that number 23. Now, I'm sure a lot of y'all noticed that Jason Collins died at the age of 47. So if we take the span of his life, we get 47 years and 161 days. He was the first openly gay basketball player in the NBA. Homosexual equals 47. Satan worship equals 161. This was the span of his life. So I believe they are saying with this ritual that homosexuality is Satan worship, right? Y'all following me? Come on. With this number 47, man, come on. Because we see how this number 47 pertains to the government. Agent 47. If y'all done played the Hitman games or y'all watched the movie Hitman, Agent 47, the agent that was cloned by in the movie, in the game, they call it the ICA, but unscramble those letters just like how we unscramble these numbers sometimes, and you'll get the CIA, right? So he was a clone by the CIA, right? He was a clone from 5 criminal masterminds. If you really want to do that 23, 2 plus 3 is 5, right? He's a clone from 5 criminal masterminds. The DNA took the DNA from 5 criminal masterminds and they created Agent 47, right? You see Trump equals 47 as he's your 47th president, right? Government equals 47, White House equals 47. Republican and Democrat equal 47. As you can see, they're also on the same side of the reduction, right? They're on 2 sides of the reduction. Republican is 47 in the reduction cipher. Democrat is 47 in the reverse reduction cipher, right? Just like how they say 2 sides of the same coin, 2 sides of the same reduction cipher as well, right? All agents still playing you the same. No matter if they're a Democrat or a Republican, they're still an agent for the government, for the White House, as the president, right? Come on, man. Because even in the movie Agent Cody Banks, we didn't. A lot of us didn't see this movie when we was kids, right? Agent Cody Banks, when he was a CIA agent, selected as a child to be a CIA agent, and his name was Cody Banks. Cody equals 47. Banks equals 47. So they was even telling us back then with these movies that we was watching, programming us subconsciously, because these letters equate to numbers. So our subconscious was being programmed with these numbers without us knowing. So yes, they put it in this movie, Agent 47, Cody 47 Banks. And I want you to listen to this.
Agent Development Program. Since 1987, and under strict secrecy, the CIA has been recruiting juvenile agents the nation over. As soon as we received word that a potential candidate had been spotted, we approached them with undercover agents and brought them into our facilities under the guise of summer camps. And their parents had no idea of their real activities. There they were trained to the highest standards in all forms of combat defense, navigational techniques, and of course, explosives diffusion.
So, if you watch the movie Agent Cody Banks, they explain in the movie that parents send their kids to summer camp, and it's at this summer camp where they start filing out the certain kids, right? The smartest ones, and they actually undergo CIA training that the parents have no idea about, right? In this movie, this is what they explain in this movie, that the parents think they just send their kids off to summer camp. Whole time they being programmed to become CIA agents. And on Parent Day, which when you watch the movie is Code 42. Code 42 means that it's Parent Day. It's time for the parents to come back to summer camp and see their kids. And that's when they change up the whole scenery of the camp, get rid of all the equipment and all the CIA gadgets, and they switch everything around and make it look like summer camp again, and make it look like a regular summer camp. So when the parents come back, they have no idea what their kids just went through. Right? Have no idea that their kids are becoming CIA agents, ready, waiting to become active. And then listen to this last part.
Explosives diffusion. Our fully trained juvenile agents are stationed all over the nation. They meticulously maintain the facades of normal childhoods as they await their call for duty.
They place them back into regular life. Place them amongst your neighborhood. You might go to school. You might have went to school with one. Didn't even know it. Put them back into regular life, and they just wait until they get their calling, and they become activated. So when we look at Kobe Bryant, aka code name Black Mamba, right? Black Mamba equals 211. 211 is the 47th prime number, right? There's 47 degrees in the Masonic compass. When 33, Kobe Bryant wore the number 33 in high school. When 33 is a tribute to the degrees of Masonry. So this is where he's planted into high school. The cameras was already following Kobe when he was in high school. He was already on ESPN. They already knew he was gonna blow up, man. They knew where he was gonna be, man. Come on, man. Code name Black Mamba. Yeah, Kobe Bryant. And a lot of these guys are selected at a young age. That's why they give them code names when they get into the end. They give them nicknames. But come on, man. Come on. Because code name Black Mamba, right? Black Mamba out. Right? Black Mamba was out on January 26. 126, right? When Black Mamba equals 1,266 in reverse Sumerian. The Sumerians believed that the perfect number was 6. So all of these things, 26 times 6. Right? It's the English language multiplied by 6. So 26 times 6, because the English language is now in reverse, and then you multiply it by 6. So 26 times 6, that gives you 156. That's why A equals 156 in this cipher. January 26, man. This when his mission was complete. Right? Jason Collins had been diagnosed with stage 4. Remember the number 4 for death, right? Diagnosed with stage 4 glioblastoma, which has an extremely low survival rate, right? He was 47 years old. When if we look at glioblastoma, it equals 126. These players are being marked by the same numbers, right? Same numbers. And then you remember Kobe talking about the number 143. When Jason Collins equals 143 as well. Y'all remember that at the beginning. These players are being marked by the same numbers. They're being chosen and selected to play these roles that they're playing. 143, Kobe, 143. Come on, man. Come on. Last but not least, we got this 126. And then we got this. Jason Collins. They were saying that his death is on the 162nd day of his age. Then also, his next birthday was on the 6th month and the 21st day of his death. An anagram and reflection, right? An anagram here, 162, 126, that's an anagram. And then that's 126 in reflection. Backwards, 126. Just like what they're saying he was diagnosed with. Glioblastoma, 126. Kobe Bryant's death day, what they're saying. January 26, 126. So that's all we got for this video, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments, man. Appreciate y'all for all the love. Appreciate y'all for all the support. And I'm out.